Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. Has Prime Minister Narendra Modi not just demolished the opposition but shown them their place? Was it perhaps disappointment from him when he turned around and said, I thought you would come to me with better, I thought you would come prepared? Has he set the tone for not just 2024 but also the tone for what should be the political discourse going forward? Does the opposition really have a vision that can match or in fact outmatch the vision that Prime Minister Narendra Modi claims he has for Bharat? The opposition walking out, not even staying till the end to see if the no confidence motion goes to vote, etc. It's a hands down victory, the numbers said. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi saying that the story of Bharat, an Ek Bharat, a Viksit Bharat, will be when we all do it collectively, while reassuring the people of Manipur that Manipur will be back on the track of Vikas and the safety of the mothers and daughters of Manipur is a concern for the entire country. Listen in to some of the excerpts of his 2-hour, 13-minute long speech on the floor of the Lok Sabha.
भगवान का आशीर्वाद मानता हूं कि ईश्वर ने विपक्ष को सुझाया और वो प्रस्ताव लेकर आए और मैं आज देख रहा हूं कि आपने तय कर लिया है कि एनडीए और बीजेपी 2024 के चुनाव में पुराने सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ करके भव्य विजय के साथ जनता के आशीर्वाद से वापस आएंगे। विपक्ष के लोगों को एक सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है। हाँ, सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है और वरदान ये कि ये लोग जिसका बुरा चाहेंगे उसका भलाई ही होगा। कुछ ही दिन पहले बेंगलुरु में आपने मिलजुल कर करीब 1.5-2 दशक पुराने यूपीए का क्रियाकर्म किया है, उसका अंतिम संस्कार किया है। लोकतांत्रिक व्यवहार के मुताबिक मुझे तभी आपको सहानुभूति जरूर व्यक्त करनी चाहिए थी, संवेदना व्यक्त करनी चाहिए थी, लेकिन देरी में मेरा कसूर नहीं है, देरी में मेरा कसूर नहीं है, क्योंकि आप खुद ही एक और यूपीए का क्रियाकर्म कर रहे थे और दूसरी ओर जश्न भी मना रहे थे। घमंड का जो आई है ना, आई वो उनको छोड़ता नहीं है और इसलिए एनडीए में 2 आई पिरो दिए, 2 घमंड के आई पिरो दिए। पहला आई 26 दलों का घमंड और दूसरा आई एक परिवार का घमंड। एनडीए भी चुरा लिया कुछ बचने के लिए। मैं मणिपुर के लोगों से भी आग्रहपूर्वक कहना चाहता हूं, वहां की माताओं, बहनों, बेटियों से कहना चाहता हूं, देश आपके साथ है, ये सदन आपके साथ है। वो लोग हैं जिस वंदे मातरम गीत ने देश के लिए मर मिटने की प्रेरणा दी। हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने में वंदे मातरम चेतना का स्वर बन गया था। तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के चलते उन्होंने मां भारती के ही टुकड़े किए, तना नहीं, वंदे मातरम गीत के भी टुकड़े कर दिए। ये घमंडिया गठबंधन, ये लोग भारत के दिवालिया होने की गारंटी है, भारत के दिवालिया होने की गारंटी है।
Well, exception taken to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's behavior. He's been suspended from the Lok Sabha, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that last word there, taking on this entire guarantee pitch of the opposition led by the Congress party, and he has turned around and said that this is guarantee for the penury of Bharat, bankruptcy of Bharat, these guarantees. That's what he said. But let's start with what he said on Manipur, because that was the objective of the opposition, wasn't it? To try and get the Prime Minister to speak on Manipur via the no confidence vote. But what did he say? Let's listen in. Let's understand that. Let's break it down for you. Opposition never wanted to debate on Manipur. So he's put it back at the opposition saying, we were ready for discussion from day one. This is what all the ministers have said. You tried to argue upon which rule and insisted that I should open a statement or the Prime Minister should open the statement and close the debate. But you didn't want to debate. If you wanted to debate, you would have opened up the debate. You didn't do it. 2.5 hours, so 2.5 hours, starting with the Home Minister, but debate, you didn't debate. The other one, situation aggravated after the High Court order, as said by Amit Shah, saying there was a rumor and there was trouble in the valley, and the High Court order out of nowhere also sparked off trouble in the hills in Manipur. Condemn atrocities against women, clearly saying everybody in the House wants justice for women and protection of women. We'll ensure the culprits are punished. That's the assurance on the floor of the House that the Prime Minister is very clearly given. He also then says efforts will bring peace very soon and Manipur will be back on the track of Vikas very soon. India stands with the people of Manipur. The nation stands with the people of Manipur. Congress policies behind the Manipur unrest, bringing back the history aspect of it and saying, Ram Manohar Lohia had said, Nehru didn't want Northeast ka Vikas, and only Band and curfew under Congress party for many, many years, in fact decades. And Congress's pain for Manipur is selective, is what he had said. But they didn't stop there. The Prime Minister very taking his time today, not the fast-paced fever pitch pace that he usually sets, a different tone, using sarcasm, using contempt, using different set of emotions this time around in his address. But more importantly, he also answered or took on Rahul Gandhi. What did he say about Rahul Gandhi? The PM taking pot shots at Rahul Gandhi. He said, some people are obsessed with me and they even dream of me. Then he also said the Congress relaunching failed products. Now this is also something what Amit Shah had said. They've tried to launch somebody 13 times. They fail and then they curse people. Not mohabbat but loot ki dukaan. Not mohabbat ki dukaan but loot ki dukaan. And the Prime Minister also slamming Rahul Gandhi over the Bharat Mata remark. But he said sold partition and riots in dukaan. That's what he has said. Big remarks against Rahul Gandhi and what the Congress party and the opposition has done so far. But again, let's go across to the Bharat Mata part, which was expunged. Those ki Bharat Mata ki hatya is what he had said, Rahul Gandhi. And then Rahul Gandhi, ahead of the Prime Minister's address on the sidelines of Parliament, even said that Bharat Mata is also perhaps not allowed you can't even say that. That's what he had said. But this is what the Prime Minister said. Indians offended by Bharat Mata's insult. And he drew parallels saying this is a sign of the opposition's desperation. He also said that the Congress's policies led to India's partition and Congress stands with the Tukde gang. Opposition backs those who break India. Congress stands with the Tukde gang. So these are the remarks of the Prime Minister, which we are highlighting. There's a 2-hour, 13-minute long speech where he also talked about the development, the steps that they've taken, but more importantly, underlining his commitment to Bharat. And somewhere with an air of contempt, looking at the opposition and said, I thought you'd come at me with preparedness. You aren't prepared. I have a vision. What do you have? Quite literally asking this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go across to our panelists. Anand Ranganathan, author and analyst with us. Aparajita Sarangi, Lok Sabha MP, should be joining us in just a bit. We also have Mahua Maji, Rajya Sabha MP of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, and Dr. L. Hanumantaiah, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress, and Binoy Vishwam, Rajya Sabha MP of the CPI. But Hanumantaiah ji, namaste and Jai Hind to everybody. We should have Aparajita ji joining us any moment now.
Namaskar.
But Hanumantaiah ji, how would you view the Prime Minister's response or his speech on the no confidence motion and what he has told or said about the opposition?
See, it is nothing new that what the Prime Minister has spoken for 2.5 hours today, which for every reply what he wanted to give inside the Parliament, his main accusation is to the Congress and the misinterpreting the history of Congress and accusing the Prime Ministers who have built this country and showing disrespect to them is the habit of the present Prime Minister. So I have not seen anything new in that. See, he calls Tukade Tukade Gang is an old slogan. It is not a new slogan what he is giving today. But the other part which I wanted to concentrate and tell the people that we expected why this no confidence motion came in the Parliament. It is because the Prime Minister never wanted to make a statement inside the Parliament about Manipur. Whereas he has made a statement to the press before the Parliament starting. That was the reason. And never Prime Minister has said, yes, I will give a statement, let us have a discussion in the Parliament and we will all jointly together find out a solution to the problem of Manipur. He never said. He came to the Parliament only today, not for the last 14 days. He was never interested in the parliamentary debate with the opposition parties or with their own people. That is another important thing. And he was answering the same old questions, that is the parivar, that is the Bhrashtachar, and that is the fade issues which he was talking, whether it is the presidential address, whether it is the finance bill, he will take the same issues and utter accuse to the opposition parties. Sir, today, I have not seen anything new in his statement of Bharat Mata. What Rahul Gandhi ji said inside the Parliament, he said, I have two mothers. One is sitting here, the other mother in Manipur has been conducted an atrocity on her. That is where I am worried. The murder of Bharat Mata in Manipur, which cannot be tolerated by any Indians. That is what he said. It is nothing wrong in that according to
Correct.
me.
So,
I wanted to continue that.
So Hanumantaiah ji,
the Modi's...
So Hanumantaiah ji, you've had a very long opening conversation, opening introduction to the Prime Minister's speech. So I just want to park this question with you. 1993, when 750 people died, 200 injured, 45,000 people were in shelter camps for 1.5 years, the MOS Rajesh Pilot spoke on it. So at that time, Manipur and Bharat Mata was not murdered, as per Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He was around.
No.
Right? Pangal conflict. One minute, sir. Home Minister spoke in the Rajya Sabha, not the Prime Minister. 100 people died and the whole fight continued for 1 year. Bharat Mata, nothing happened to her at that time in Manipur. 1997-98, I.K. Gujral as Prime Minister, Kuki Paite, 350 dead, continued for 1 year. 2004, 1,700 people were encountered. And if my memory serves me right, 2004, many people who were in the Lok Sabha today were sitting in the treasury benches. And Supreme Court took cognizance, SIT was formed, but was there any discussion in Parliament? And at that time, did those leaders say that Bharat Mata has been murdered? Did they feel the same pain for Manipur as they are facing now?
Shall I answer?
Yes, sir.
Shall I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Shall I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
See, 93 the situation was different. Today the situation is different. See, you have a very, very advanced intelligence, what is happening in a state. You have to stop the killings of the people of this country. That is the first priority of everybody.
So that was not the priority in 93, sir? Just before that, in 1990, the exodus happened. The exodus happened of the Kashmiri Hindus from Jammu and Kashmir. And in 1993, all of this happens in Manipur.
Please
so at that time, Bharat Mata was fantastic.
Jammu and Kashmir
there are still lakhs of families who are refugees in their own country. From 1990 onwards, at that time, Bharat Mata was vibrant, fantastic. No, Bharat Mata was not murdered at that time. So, I'm just saying,
Let me complete.
No, Hanumantaji, now please yield. I have to go to other panels. I'll come back to you, sir. I'm just parking. I am just parking this question to you, sir. This love for Bharat Mata suddenly is found wakes up in 2023. All these years, it was not there.
I will answer this question.
It was not there.
I will answer this question.
I'll come back to you for the answer. Let me just go. I'll go to the other panelists first. Anand Ranganathan, we have Aprajita Sarangi also with us. Anand Ranganathan.
Okay. Good evening, Anand. Two people have clinically demolished the Congress this evening. One is Narendra Modi and the other is you. But I have to say this, that hearing the quite incredible speech, I have to say, of the Prime Minister, it is very clear to me that Narendra Modi needs Rahul Gandhi like the Batman needs the Joker. By the way, this is all metaphorical speaking. Any allusions to Rahul Gandhi being the Joker is purely coincidental. But as far as my good friend Hanumanthaiah ji saying that, talking about Bharat Mata being assaulted in Manipur, I want to ask him, before I come to the thrust of the thesis and the Prime Minister's speech, why is it that Bharat Mata is present only in non-BJP ruled states? So Bharat Mata is absent from Bengal, where the Kolkata High Court has blasted and admonished the Bengal government for staying silent when so much of atrocities have happened against Bharat Matas there. Why is Bharat Mata absent from Punjab, where for 6 months the police colluded and let a gang rapist escape? Then Bharat Mata ka yaad nahi aaya aapko? Why is Bharat Mata absent from Rajasthan? So if at all you have to talk about Bharat Mata, let's talk about Bharat Mata in entirety and condemn each and every event, such grisly event that happens. Number two, now let me come to the main thrust, which is the Prime Minister's speech. Now, there are two things that are very apparent. One, on Manipur, I want to concentrate on, the second on the trust. Now, on Manipur, I have been saying this, Anand, since the very beginning, and today it's very clear. Somebody in the BJP, either Modi's advisor or someone, has to apologize, not only to the nation, but also to Narendra Modi, because what Modi said today, he could have said it 2 months ago. He should have. He actually should have. It would have calmed the nerves of everyone, including the opposition, including the 1.4 billion Indians, including the Manipuris. There is, as I said, there is data on his side. There is truth on his side. Why did he remain silent? It is so befuddling. I really don't know the answer to that, and I hope someone from the BJP comes and gives the answer. What he said today, the truth, he should have said 2 months ago. Now, what did he say? What he said is absolutely correct, that Congress and other non-BJP entities have been the root of the problem that has existed in the North. He is absolutely right. And as far as this particular problem is concerned, why is the Congress silent? And this even Mr. Modi did not say, that it was in 2013 that the then Congress government or UPA asked the Congress government in Manipur to look into the matter of giving the ST status to the Mathis, who had been demanding it since independence. 2013. Was BJP ruling? Was Modi ruling? No, it didn't. Then in 2017, again, when the governments changed, the same condition happened. Yes, it is BJP's fault, because in Manipur, when the governments changed and BJP started to rule, it also remained silent. But the fact that the Congress is hiding is in 2013 it asked for it. Then today the situation has been exacerbated because the High Court asked the same thing. How is it BJP's fault? This is what the Prime Minister should have said 2 months ago. What is wrong in this? Somebody from the BJP needs to explain, and I dare say heads need to roll on this, because Prime Minister should have come 2 months ago. Now, to the other issue of clinical decimation of Congress, now that comes very easy to the Prime Minister. And the fact of the matter is, when it is about trust, the Prime Minister is absolutely right. How can India trust this alliance when parts of this alliance, parts of Congress are saying democracy is dead in Bengal? And the same Congress is now saying, vote for us, this alliance, we want to save democracy in India. How can people trust this same alliance when parts of the Congress are saying that sectarianism is rampant in Punjab, they are supporting Khalistanis, but they are saying we want to eradicate sectarianism and Khalistani elements from India? Are people foolish? Do they not see this? So there is an element of trust. And secondly, and more importantly, people must know that winning in 2019 for Modi was the real test because he was beating anti-incumbency. This time he would have to beat anti-incumbency twice over. But is he ready? The emphatic answer right now, with all the schemes that he has, given 113 million toilets, 170 million cylinders, with Nitin Gadkari working wonders in the infrastructure, I dare say he is ready. Are you?
Mahua Majiji is with us. Aparajita Sarangi is with us. Binoy Vishwam is with us. So, Mahua Majiji, you had raised your hand when Hanumantaya ji was speaking. Please, go ahead. And then I'll bring in Aparajita Sarangi.
Okay. But अभी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
अभी आ रही है आवाज मैम. मैं आनंद बोल रहा हूँ. अब आपको आवाज आ रही है?
आपकी तो आ रही है.
हाँ, अब आप बोलिए. आपकी आवाज हमें आ रही है.
आपकी आवाज आ रही है लेकिन हाँ, लेकिन आपकी आवाज आ रही है लेकिन उसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है, जो शो की आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Can we sort this out please with Mahua Maji? Can we sort this out with Mahua Maji please? Binoy Vishwam ji.
Yes.
Your thoughts on the Prime Minister's
Yes.
speech?
Ready? Before I start, I have a request to the anchor and to the editor. A simple request. Kindly allow me to express myself. Don't try to interfere and stop me on the midway. Whatever time you have allotted for me, I should be allowed to talk. It's my first condition. With that condition only, I come for a discussion.
Binoy ji, please go ahead.
I came for a discussion, not to... Okay. I think that the Honorable Prime Minister's speech, what should I call it? I may call it that much ado about nothing, full of fury and noise, signifying nothing. Sorry to tell you, my dear friends from the BJP, it reminded me of the college days, the young people coming for debates with only one purpose, to score points. They will not touch upon the real issues. They go on talking in big words. And for that, today's speech also was typical. Our Prime Minister is well known all over the world for his rhetoric. And that rhetoric skill of the Prime Minister was seen today also in the Parliament. One more thing I have to tell you and ask you. If the Manipur record of the BJP is so powerful and so rosy, why the Prime Minister was hesitant to come to the Parliament till this day? Why he was hesitant to go to Parliament, to go to Manipur even for one day, to tell this to the people of Manipur? Why he was hiding away from the people of Manipur? Why he was keeping himself away from the Parliament, which I believe is the real arena of the Prime Minister? And I am very sure that our move was right and fully successful. Only because of this move of the opposition alliance, which we call rightly the India alliance. The Prime Minister, the reluctant, the hesitant Prime Minister was forced to come to the Parliament, where he was trying to escape, but today he was forced to come there. He came there and he had to speak for 2 hours 13 minutes, maybe a good time. But what he told, I am asking you, he talked about the mothers and sisters of Manipur. The mothers and sisters of Manipur, the mothers and sisters of the whole India, is asking the Prime Minister, then why this government so concerned about the mothers and sisters of Manipur? They allowed on 4th of May, two sisters, two daughters of Manipur, of India, were seen nakedly parading on the streets of Manipur. Why? And we are asking, well, who are the culprits? Who are the culprits? Why the government fails to find out this fact, the simple fact? Who leaked out that video to the outer world? Who did it? We heard the Home Minister, we heard the Prime Minister. None of them are clear about it. And they are talking about the great things that they have done for the Northeast. We heard today in the Rajya Sabha, in the Parliament, an ally of the NDA, a ally of the NDA, a partner of the LDA, one MP from Mizoram, was talking with feeling on his face, anguish and anger on his voice. He was telling the Parliament that we are Indians, we are not foreigners. And we are telling you, we saw the BJP MPs and the friends of the BJP. They were trying to silence him in the House. It was we people who readily stood up to support him. The whole Northeast now understands the real face of the BJP. The Northeast is telling the country that the BJP policy on Northeast is a hollow policy, full of shameless claims only, told words only, told claims only. None of them are real, none of them are factual. We can see, I request the Prime Minister to go to the camps of the refugees. The government called them as relief camps. Twice I went to Manipur. Twice. I saw the cookies and the meaties, the relief camps. In fact, they are refugee camps. The people of Manipur, the sisters and mothers of Manipur, the brothers and fathers of Manipur, they are forced to live in their own country as refugees. Can I?
Yeah, please conclude, and then I'll get the BJP to respond to you, Binoyji. Please conclude in the next 20 seconds.
Can I take 1 minute more?
Yes, sir.
Can I take 1 minute more?
Yes, sir. Please conclude. Yes.
Anyhow, we know when we came with the no confidence motion, we are sure about the numbers. We are only 143 and they are 366. With this small number, we are proud to tell this country that because of we people of the India parties, the Prime Minister came to the Parliament, which he was not ready. In that way, I am telling the BJP friends and the whole people of India that the India parties made a very, very successful mission to make our Prime Minister to come to this Parliament.
Aparajita ji, please respond.
A very good evening. I think all of us have heard Honorable Prime Minister speak to the entire nation and not only to the MPs within the Lok Sabha for more than 2 hours. And I think after listening to him, there should not be doubt or question in anybody's mind as regards their policy, the intention and the endeavors of Prime Minister Modi's government towards the development of the country, of the Northeast and of Manipur. And whatever normalcy measures taken in Manipur, I think nobody should have any kind of doubt about that. We have heard Honorable Home Minister also yesterday. Now here was a Prime Minister who delivered a speech which was full of optimism, hope, gratefulness to the people of the country who have seated him twice in the Prime Minister's chair, and of course the speech exuded tremendous confidence. Now, as far as the opposition is concerned, especially the Congress, I think all these people who brought this no confidence motion did not have anything to say, and that is why they staged a walkout. I think they are habitual offenders. They do this every time, and today also they did. When Honorable Prime Minister was speaking, they did not have the patience or they did not have the decency to sit and listen to Honorable Prime Minister, whom they wanted to speak for so many number of days, They actually obstructed the goings on in the parliament because they wanted the Prime Minister to speak. But when the Prime Minister was speaking, they just staged a walkout. They wanted Prime Minister to speak on Manipur. And he did speak on Manipur, and we have heard what he said about Manipur. He stood by the people of Manipur. He not only empathized with the people of Manipur, he said, we are all with you. The entire nation is with the people of Manipur, and he will not leave any stone unturned while dealing with the culprits in Manipur who actually brought our women to shame and who actually disrupted the peace and tranquility there. Now these people, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing, no logic, no content, no facts, no figures, and I think today they have been rendered speechless. Our Prime Minister's speech made tremendous sense, not only to people like us who are Bharatiya Janata Party MPs, but also to the citizens of the nation. See, he spoke against Bhrashtachar, he spoke against Vanshvad, he spoke against Tushtikaran, and he was very clear about one thing, that सामूहिक तरीके से हमें देश को आगे ले जाना है. So this was something which was very, very clear as far as the Prime Minister's speech was concerned. He wanted everybody to come along, sabka saath, sabka vikas, and he said, please keep politics aside. And he did mention that Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah had spoken to the nation yesterday, and he actually told in very clear-cut terms, very candidly, as to what actions have been taken or being taken by the government of India to assuage the feelings of the people of Manipur and to restore normalcy there. So I don't think he should have been repetitive, but yes, he did give confidence to the people of Manipur. And one thing I would definitely like to mention here, at the end, when these people were staging a walkout and 3-4 women were still standing, honorable members of parliament, ladies were standing and shouting with placards, please say something to Manipur and all that. That point of time, Prime Minister said this particular charcha should have taken place on 24th of July. When Sri Amit Shah ji wanted to talk, you did not let him talk. You should not have waited so long. And that is why today this is no confidence motion as regards against the working of my government. So I have to take the entire thing in a gamut. I have to speak about everything, and that is why I spoke about everything. And he did mention Manipur at the end. So I think these people fell into their own trap.
Ji.
See, if they would have allowed discussion under section 193, I don't think situation would have come to such a pass. We would have had the discussion on 24th of July, 25th of July, and the same thing which Home Minister Sahab said yesterday would have been told that point of time, and these people would have participated in the discussion when the bills were passed.
But see,
So
Aparajita ji, I've allowed you a long speech, but point is you've not answered the same questions which have been raised by Binoy Vishwamji and Anand Ranganathan, saying that the Prime Minister could have said this 2 months ago. And this is the question that even I had asked, that neither the Home Minister nor the Prime Minister threw light upon who hid the video and who deliberately released it, as was being alleged by the Union Home Minister, just ahead of the Parliament session, if the intention was devious and dubious. Who are these people? That's not been brought to light. Who stoked the fire? Who spread the rumour among the Metes? And if the Home Minister is to be believed, because he said it on the floor of the House and he's the Home Minister of the country, that neither the state government nor the central government was informed before the judgment was pronounced on that entire long pending case which Anand Ranganathan referred to, that had moved in 2013 itself, then why? Who was this judge and how did this happen? Why? How come everybody was caught napping? These are all questions that remain unanswered.
I fully understand.
Despite 4 hours by the Union Home Minister and the Prime Minister.
I fully understand your feelings and the feelings of all the esteemed panelists. But let me tell you, Prime Minister did mention that the origin of the entire trouble to a great extent was the Congress earlier, but now at this juncture was the court pronouncement. And he said, आपको पता है कभी कभी कोर्ट कैसे काम करती है. I don't know whether you missed this line. In fact, interestingly or rather surprisingly, shockingly, neither the central government nor the state government nor the Judicial Commission, nobody was aware of this entire happening when the judgment was pronounced. At least these people would have been consulted. So I think that was kind of
but ma'am, that's what I'm asking you, ma'am.
And
I think I'm going to park it there,
Yeah.
and I'm going to ask you the same thing. Like I'm asking the questions of the Congress party, I'm asking the BJP. Where was this information all this while? Why was it not communicated to the country?
See.
And why haven't you exposed? Now the state is with you, the intelligence with you. You have replaced the DGP, you have changed the chief secretary. Even now you have not come out and said who hid the video, who released the video, and who plotted this. If it was done with a devious,
Yes.
dubious intent.
Now there are. Of course, it was done with a dubious intent. I think we have heard Honorable Home Minister yesterday. See, the point is, on 4th of May, it would have been given to the police. But it was kept till the commencement
But
of the
who
parliament
did it,
session.
ma'am?
It always happens.
Who
Something
did it,
comes out
ma'am?
before the parliament session.
My simple question is, ma'am, that's
My-
the answer.
my-
That's the
my
answer. A
dear-
lot of people in the country who are who
Just
believe.
give me 30 seconds.
Gee, yes, ma'am. Who trust the Prime Minister, who trust Amit
give
Shah,
me 30 seconds.
who may be or may not be votaries of the BJP, but who commend the work that's been done in the last 9 years in the Northeast, who have the same question like members of the opposition do. These questions are common, ma'am.
See, I fully endorse whatever you are saying. I fully agree with you. But yes, see, 9 persons have been arrested post the video discovery, right? Immediately, within 24 hours. And if it would have come to the police on 4th of May, these people would have been arrested on 5th of May, right? This is one part. Number 2, there are security matters. Now, security matters, investigation matters, the outcome of investigation process cannot be discussed on TV channels.
No,
How
it's
do you
not.
know?
No,
the
no,
investigation
it's not.
is on,
It's-
and PM
no.
was
Here is the
very
thing.
strong today.
Here-
PM
here-
was very strong
here-
today.
here-
PM said that we would be not leaving any stone
Yeah.
unturned.
Before
so I think the investigation is on. Let's wait and watch.
Aparajita ji, you failed to convince me. I must put it out there because there are certain questions to which I, as a citizen of this country, want answers to. If the intention to deliberate, to stoke trouble in Manipur, which was peaceful for 6 years, was deliberate. If it was deliberate, then I need to know the answers. Who, as a citizen of this country, not even as a journalist or somebody who's anchoring a show with 6 panelists wherein there are 3 members of the opposition. We need to know this answer, and we need to expose those people because they are working against the interest of Ma Bharti. That's the point. Mahua Majiji has not spoken. Before I come to her, Anand Ranganathan wanted to make an intervention. Binoy Vishwamji, after Mahua Maji, I'll come to you, sir. Yes, Anand.
Thank you. Very, very briefly, Anand, one of the reasons why all of us respect you is your steadfastness for objectivity. I'm very glad you continue to grill the BJP spokesperson because she may not admit it, which may be the party line, but the fact of the matter is the Prime Minister, rightly so, has been expressing his concern over a host of matters, rail accidents, road accidents, some kind of sad turn of events in any part of the country. Why specifically for Manipur he has been totally silent until the start of the monsoon session when for the first 2 or 3 minutes he spoke outside to the journalist. So those 2 months he could have said things that he said today. So anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But I just want to make one point about the very erudite, I think I don't have the screen in front of me, but Mr. Binoy, he's from the CPI.
Yes.
He's talking about, he's part of the alliance here. I wonder what he has to say about the Congress. When both Congress and the CPIM and this India alliance wants to eradicate corruption from India, and the Congress is accusing his government, Mr. Binoy's government in Kerala, of perpetrating a 100 crore camera scam. In fact, today, not only perpetrating the scam, they are accusing the Chief Minister's daughter of having obtained money illegally. So the Congress in Kerala is going hammer and tongs about the corruption cases involving CPIM, but together, they want to eradicate corruption from India. ऐसे चलेगा क्या India alliance?
Oh, there are questions about the left and Trinamool in Bengal also, but we will veer away from the debate. The focus today is the Prime Minister's speech, so I'm going to bring it back there, Anand Ranganathan, although your point duly noted, and Binoy Vishwamji can choose to respond to that when his turn comes. I'll go to Mahua Maji ji, and then I'll come to you, Binoy ji. Please excuse me there. Please allow me. She's not spoken yet. Mahua ji, अब आपको आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है बिल्कुल
जी। प्रधानमंत्री जी का कहना है कि विपक्ष के पास ना नजर है ना नजरिया है, और जिनके साथ वो हाथ मिलाकर खड़े हैं वो नैया डूबेगी, नाम बदलने से काम नहीं बदलते, फिर से उन्होंने कहा, और उन्होंने इस विपक्ष को घमंडिया भी कहा।
सबसे पहली बात कि आपने अधीर रंजन जी को के खिलाफ जो प्रिविलेज क्या कर रहे हैं आप लोग, उनके खिलाफ जो एक्शन ले रहे हैं, लेकिन घमंडिया शब्द का इस्तेमाल राज्यसभा लोकसभा दोनों में किया जा रहा है, इस पर कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं हो रहा है। और दूसरी बात, आपने रिपोर्ट कार्ड पेश कर दिया, आपको मणिपुर मुद्दे पर बोलने के लिए इस सत्र के आरंभिक दिनों से पूरा विपक्ष ने आपके लिए ये नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन लाया, आपको उस पर ज्यादा बातें करनी चाहिए थी। आप अंत में थोड़ी सी बात करके छोड़ दिए। आपने ये भी नहीं कहा कि किस तरह से उसका समाधान तत्काल निकाले, क्योंकि जिनको आप कुकीज और मैटीज को जिन शरणार्थी शिविरों में रखे हुए हैं, वो लोग एक जेल में जी रहे हैं, वो निठल्ले बैठे हैं, उनके पास कोई काम नहीं है, वो उनके बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जा रहे हैं।
पर विपक्ष तो उठ के चला गया था।
मुझे पूरा करने दीजिए, मैंने सबका सुना।
मैं आपसे बस पूछ रहा हूँ, सॉरी आप पूरा कीजिए, मैं बस पूछ रहा हूँ आप लोग उठ के क्यों गए?
हाँ, हम लोग वहां गए थे कि एक्चुअल वहां का क्या सिचुएशन है ये देखना जरूरी था, क्योंकि वहां इंटरनेट अभी तक बंद है, 4 महीने हो गए, अभी तक इंटरनेट सेवा बंद है वहां पर। इवन हम लोग भी गए तो इंटरनेट काम नहीं कर रहा था।
महुआ जी, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, विपक्ष तो उठ के चला गया,
चल रही है, घर जल रहे हैं।
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ सदन
इसलिए गया कि वहां के सिचुएशन से
नहीं सदन में आज उठ के क्यों चला गया जब प्रधानमंत्री बोल रहे थे?
सके, क्योंकि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का काम सरकार का है।
नहीं महुआ जी, आप मेरी बात नहीं समझ रहे हैं।
क्या कर रही है
महुआ जी? आप मेरी बात नहीं समझ रहे। मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, आप जो कह रहे थे कि प्रधानमंत्री ने मणिपुर पर ज्यादा नहीं कहा, पर विपक्ष तो उठ के चला गया। विपक्ष को तो लोकसभा में बैठा होना चाहिए था और प्रधानमंत्री पर जोर डालना चाहिए था, वो तो नहीं डाला विपक्ष ने, वो तो बीच में ही उठ के चला गया।
जिस तरह हाँ, मैं बोलना चाहूंगी कि जिस तरह से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने व्यंग्यात्मक लहजे में बात करनी शुरू की, वो एक प्रधानमंत्री है, सबके पूरे देश उनको देख रहा है, तो जिस तरह से वो बार बार व्यंग कर रहे थे, वो कहीं से शोभा नहीं देता ना। उनको मणिपुर पे बोलना था, एक अच्छे माहौल में बात करनी थी, किसी को घमंडिया पार्टी कर रहे हैं और अजीब अजीब तरह की बातें। आखिर कब तक, इतने देर तक विपक्ष ने उनको सुना, और आपने मणिपुर पर एकदम जब विपक्ष बाहर चला गया तब आपने थोड़ा सा बोला। आपको वहीं से शुरुआत करनी चाहिए थी, क्योंकि उसके कारण इतना पूरा सत्र बाधित रहा। आप अपना रिपोर्ट कार्ड पेश कर रहे हैं, आप इतिहास को दिखा रहे हैं। जनता ने आपको चुना है कि इतिहास में जो जो गलतियां पिछली पार्टियों ने की है वो आप ना दोहराएं, आप उसको ठीक करें। आपको इसीलिए हमारे देश ने चुना है, तो आप अभी की बात करेंगे कि आप पिछले में क्या क्या कब
आपको नहीं लगता कि विपक्ष उठ के जो चला गया,
तो पहले यही बात करनी चाहिए थी ना कि आप उसकी समस्या का समाधान कैसे करेंगे, ये सुनना था सबको। जब आप बार बार व्यंग कर रहे हैं, मान लीजिए अधीर नरेंद्र जी को उनकी पार्टी ने नहीं बुलवाया, तो उस पर आपको व्यंग करने की क्या जरूरत है? आपने भी तो मणिपुर के 2-2 सांसदों से नहीं बुलवाया, जबकि उनके यहाँ
तो ये कहना चाहिए था ना,
तरह के
प्रधानमंत्री के वक्तव्य के बाद विपक्ष को ये कहना चाहिए था, पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर लाना चाहिए था और मणिपुर पर बात करवानी चाहिए थी।
जी को क्यों पार्टी ने नहीं बुलवाया, ये बात कोई दूसरा सांसद कर सकता है, लेकिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को ये बात नहीं करनी चाहिए। तब उनको भी जवाबदेही होना चाहिए कि आपने मणिपुर के 2-2 सांसदों से बात क्यों नहीं कराई।
तो आपने पूछा क्यों नहीं? मैं
बहुत सारे मुद्दे
नहीं, पर महुआ जी मैं तो यही कह रहा हूँ, मैं तो ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि विपक्ष को सह लेना चाहिए था, रुक जाना चाहिए था और प्रधानमंत्री से वापस पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर या एक ऑब्जेक्शन के हिसाब से पूछना चाहिए, मणिपुर पे बोलिए या उन 2 सांसदों से बुलवाइए। आप अधीर रंजन जी के बारे में तो बोल दिया,
जब इतना समय पार हो गया, अभी तक मणिपुर पर बात ही नहीं हो रही है, और पुरानी जितनी भी बातें हैं, आप
पूरा सदन आप रुकते रहे कि प्रधानमंत्री बोले, और जब वो बोल रहे थे तो आप 2 घंटे भी नहीं रुक पाए।
चाहूंगी मेरी बात सुनिए, आप दूसरों की बात पे बीच में नहीं बोले थे, मुझे बोलने दीजिए। इतिहास अगर आप उठाएंगे तो वहां पर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने क्या किया था अंग्रेजों के साथ मिलकर, उन्होंने मुस्लिम लीग का साथ दिया कि देश का साथ दिया, ये तो आप नहीं कहेंगे। अगर इतिहास की बात करेंगे तो हर तरह की बातें आएंगी।
इतिहास की बात तो ये है कि अगर बंगाल आज भारत में है तो श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी की वजह से है। इतिहास की बात करेंगे तो जम्मू कश्मीर आज भारत में है तो श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी की वजह से है।
ऐसा है ना कि
नहीं, इतिहास में तो बहुत कुछ कहा जा सकता है।
जो बात हो रही है,
बहुत कुछ कहा जा सकता है। इतिहास की बात करें,
जो भारत छोड़ो का जब कांग्रेस ने नारा लगाया था, उस समय श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने क्या किया था ये भी सबको पता है। तो अंग्रेजों भारत छोड़ो किसने कहा था? आप उस समय नारा लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको सोचना चाहिए कि उस समय जब ये अंग्रेजों भारत छोड़ो की क्रांति हुई थी, उस समय
अभी आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि परिवारवाद भारत छोड़े, आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि भ्रष्टाचार भारत छोड़े, एक भारतीय नागरिक की तरह आप नहीं चाहते हैं?
बिल्कुल चाहते हैं भ्रष्टाचार।
तो फिर आपको तकलीफ क्यों हो रही है जब प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं परिवारवाद भारत छोड़े,
धार्मिक उन्माद भी भारत छोड़े?
हाँ, तो आप आवाज में आवाज मिलाकर और ऐड कीजिए। यस, अपराजिता सारंगी, क्विक रिस्पॉन्स एंड देन बिनोय विश्वम जी। आई हैव टू गिव हिम टाइम।
बिल्कुल हम भी चाहते हैं
अपराजिता जी,
हम भी चाहते हैं कि
अपराजिता जी प्लीज, महुआ जी प्लीज यील्ड, महुआ जी प्लीज
नौकरी मिले,
महुआ जी प्लीज यील्ड। या थैंक यू या अपराजिता जी।
Those who live in glass houses cannot throw stones at others. Congress telling us not to actually use certain words against them. You know, they have been calling our Prime Minister names. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary had the guts, I would use this word, I underscore the guts, to compare our Prime Minister with Nirav Modi. And that time the uproar started. And that is why Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji is out of the house. He has been suspended. I mean, you know, he is the Neta Sadan. He is the head of that house. We should know how to talk to him or how to refer to him. And when he speaks, we are bound to listen. You have floated the Avishwas Prastav, so we are bound to listen. These people did not have the courage to sit back and actually look at their faces in the mirror. Today, Prime Minister showed them the mirror. That was the problem, and that is why they could not actually tolerate. Now here, I must tell you, there have been, there are questions coming, why did not the Prime Minister speak? See, the point is, we were all working. I know whatever happened in Manipur should not have happened. Things went out of control. I fully agree. But then for 23 days, Nityanand ji was there. For 3 days and 3 nights, our Home Minister was there. 36,000 CRPF personnel are there. 40 IPS officers were stationed. So all kinds of arrangements were made, and our Prime Minister was in touch with the Home Minister, trying to understand the situation every other day, and this has been told on the floor of the House by Honorable Home Minister. So I think as far as the discussion is concerned, see, when the departmental minister is there, we have to understand he has the prerogative, or rather he has the responsibility to start the discussion, to actually put forth all the points, to state the facts, and that's what Amit Shah ji did.
Today is the penultimate day of Parliament, and is the government has the government unable to be able to express and exercise and very clearly communicate this point? Binoy Vishwamji, sir, final minute, so I'll come back to you because I promised you a response or a rebuttal to points made against the CPI. Yes, sir.
Mr. Anand?
Yes, coming to you, Hanumanthaya ji. Yes, Binoy Vishwamji. Yes, go ahead, Binoy Vishwamji.
I would like to join Ananda Ranganathan ji. In appreciating your approach. You are very democratic and you are very open that you allow everybody to express themselves, which is not very common in your channel. And with no hesitation, I share the thoughts of Ranganathan ji on this matter. And then I continue to tell. I remember the Home Minister's speech at the Lok Sabha the other day. He was mentioning about the High Court's judgments on reservation. He used the words that judgment of the High Court was fuel on fire. What does it mean? It means that there was fire in Manipur. There was fire in Manipur. All along this double-engine government, that fire was continued to blow and burn there. And that fire was added with fuel by the High Court judgments, according to Amit Shah ji. So in such a situation, where already there is fire, what precautions the double-engine government took? What precautions the government of Amit Shah ji the government of Narendra Modi ji and the government of the Manipur state of the BJP, what they did. They did nothing. They were sleeping or they were sitting idle till the people came to the streets of both the sides. I should tell that BJP was trying to divide the people.
Sir,
And
that's
that
a-
policy of the BJP,
Sir-
of divide and rule, that's the sole reason behind all the troubles in Manipur
Sir-
and the whole Northeast.
Sir,
Now
sir,
BJP is paying the price for that.
Vinodji, I have to
Can I
interrupt
continue
you.
for one more minute?
No, sir, I don't have 1 more minute. I'm actually
One
1.5
more
minutes over on my show. Unfortunately, I have run out of time. I've run out of time.
I yield.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank you. My name is Anand
yield.
Narasimhan. One of the panelists is Anand Ranganathan, but Anand or Anand very often happens here on the right stand. I thank you very, very much to all our panelists. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, I congratulate Anand.
Thank you, sir.
Anand. The